Hey, can you hit that ESPN MLB theme real quick? Web gems.
Hey, just the quick version when it'd come in with a little highlight.
Bro, I think that might have been my dad's ringtone for a little bit. It's so nice to hear.
Not bad for a fat guy.
I love you, burpy boy. Whoa, TG123. TG123. TG123.
And now I
Station
don't
know
want
about
to do the
this.
show because it took so long for me to set up all this stuff. But I got a new haircut, so I'm feeling good.
No hat, guys. It's a no hat podcast.
These guys, these thighs, these clear eyes, because you can see them because they don't wear hats.
No hats. No hats. Are they confident? Not really, but they have no hats on. TG123. Look at
Wanna push
us,
some-
dude. We're kind of,
you-
wow, our
yeah.
moms would be so proud. Actually, probably more proud of you than me. How come
my
right when
mom-
you get a haircut, every woman in your life, oh my God.
I know the guy that I get my hair cut by, we had put in a lot of work on the mullet. We had put in some run on the mullet. You know, it was a process. He got me right at the beginning of last August where my hair was long and just out of sorts. And he was like, okay, we're going to get it to go this way because I got to cut it a little bit shorter to then make it all flow better into where you want to get it to. And I was like, great. And I went in and I was like, he was like, all right, so we just like trim it up. We're keeping this flow going. And I said, Brandon, I gotta give you bad news.
How'd that go? Was he upset? Or was he just like, hey, man?
You could tell that was a little upset. Was a little
Oh, really? I've
Not,
never
like,
had my
mad,
barber
but-
get that mad.
Not mad, but just like disappointed, I think. You know? Like, man, he was like, we literally like it's where you wanted it though. And I'm like, I know. But I said, I got a mom, a sister, and a dad on my ass. I'm 31 years old. I got two parents and a sister who are on my ass about getting my hair cut.
Dude, it's one thing you can never outgrow. Like, you can do whatever you want in your life. Dude, you could become a drug dealer tomorrow, but if your hair's long, you gotta cut it.
It also goes the opposite way too. Like you could be the biggest movie star, you could be the president, but your mom would still be like, I don't like how your hair sits
It's
like that.
crazy. Dude, it's the last thing I think about. Well, actually, I've done everything in my life to keep my hair, but it's the last thing I focus on. I'm like, as long as it's there, I'm good. It doesn't need to look a certain way.
Also, that was another big thing. Which was really sad, like got it all cut off, you know, all my locks were laying on the floor, so I was already like, damn, that is sad. Took a picture and everything. And then you could tell he was hesitant and he was like, do you know that? And I'm thinking like, what is going on? He's like,
Oh, God.
do you know that you have gray hair?
How'd you, did you?
I did not.
They're old. On another episode of They're Old, they're old.
As if we don't talk about the 1998 Super Bowl every week, they're old.
True, but dude, gray hair is another level. Hey. I gotta confess. These are my confessions. 3 gray hairs in my beard, plucked them out, couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, dude, it was definitely like it was Friday. I was excited about getting my hair cut, you know, fresh start, gonna be looking clean, gotta have people happy with it. And then he drops that on me, and it was a little bit of a Twilight Zone existential crisis happening, like in the chair, you know?
Dude, I've been so hot in the barber chair so many times. Back sweating. Hey, do you need to like go outside, cool off a little bit? Sorry, you just told me I'm going bald and I'm 25.
Yeah, so that I don't know, you know, I just kept saying to myself, he probably just kept rolling his eyes because I was just like, hey, you know, Steve Martin was white when he was 30. Hey, George Clooney.
It is a good look, though. Like, it's nothing to be ashamed about. But if I had gray hair, I would 100% be jumping off my balcony right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's gonna happen probably in like 2 seconds. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the gist of what you were saying though earlier, that's kind of why I brought it up, is because, and this is what my buddies echoed in the group chat when I told them. They were like, "Hey, better to have gray than have nothing at all."
Damn, man. But if you're gray and you're losing it, like, dude, like, shut the fuck up.
Hey, yeah, but I'm not. So I'd rather. Hey, I'll be Silver Fox. Let's go. Call me Silver Fox. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's always a thing too. Oh my god, he has like salt and pepper hair. It's like, dude, come on. Like, every guy, it doesn't matter how you like. Oh my god, salt and pepper though.
Yeah. Hey, Rye liked it. So there you go.
There it is.
Throw some salt and pepper on it. Let's push ticks. You want to push ticks?
Pushing tickies, pushing tickies, pushing tickies. Here we go. We got Pottstown, Pennsylvania, March 8th. We got Plano, Texas, April 2nd. Rochester, New York, May 9th and 10th. Las Vegas, Nevada, May 24th. Get your tickies in the link below or BennyPolizzi.com.
Vegas, huh?
Vegas, dude. Couldn't say no. I was like, let's do a show. I'm excited,
Memorial Day
man.
weekend. Yeah, that's cool. I got one that popped up quickly on the calendar here. West Coast, any Southern California clubhouse, Irvine Improv, Irvine, California, Thursday, March 13th. It's at 8 p.m. It's at the Irvine Improv. Very excited about it. I've been out to California for different things, but that's going to be one of the first places I performed out there. So Southern Cal Clubhouse, come out, have a good time on a Thursday night. Get this, the homie Sean Latham's coming out. He's going to be on the show doing a little spot. So it'll be fun, and yeah, I'm excited to get out there. I'm going out there for a golf outing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so I was like, hey, while we're at it, might as well throw a show up out there. And so that's what we're doing. March 13th, Thursday, Irvine Improv. You get tickets anywhere in my bios. I'm on my social media, or we'll have Benny Boy Adam below here.
Dude, that's going to be fun. I've never been to that club, but it's an hour away. I might,
I thought you did Irvine. I know you did Brea.
I've done a couple of them, but not Irvine, I don't think. But yeah, that'll be sick, dude.
Guy who never knows where he is.
No. There's 20,000 comedy clubs in an hour like diameter in LA, but who knows? What
really is
what
crazy
golf outing?
It's with Athletes First. It's a sports agency.
Not a sports podcast.
So, gonna be a bunch of NFL players there and everything, and me, and so yeah, I'm excited about it. I actually don't think you'd be proud of me. I don't think I'm gonna golf.
Yeah, there it is. Hey, we're doing it. Gray hair, not golfing. Who is he? I've never seen him before.
And
why
also,
not?
does that guy exist? Does the dad with gray hair not golf?
Why
I
aren't
don't
you
think so.
golfing? I thought you were like, I thought you were kind of really into golf right now.
Oh, I am. I just the travel dates didn't work out. Like, I think the outing's on Monday or something, so I'd have to stay for a super long period of time, and I just don't got that kind of time, Johnson. I don't got that kind of time to be away. Tough to leave the wife and kids for 5 days at a time. It's a tough job for the wife to have the kiddos like that, and I miss my babies. So it's just I'm getting out there for the show. I'm going out there Friday, Saturday to Newport Beach, and having a good time, mingling, doing the different events that they got going on, and yeah, leaving before the golf. So going to a golf outing, not golfing.
Perfect.
Gray hair, cool.
I've never been mad at going somewhere for like a shorter amount of time and dipping. Like being somewhere for like when you overstay, you're like, why am I here for an extra day? Dude, that makes me mad. But like when you leave, there's no harm done leaving early on a trip. Boom.
I totally
in,
agree.
out, see ya, got everything. Bang.
Dude, yeah, you do. You go like opposite of Cowherd here. Like Cowherd, you're talking about, he always says like, don't you never regret overspending for a purchase. Like whether it's a car, it's a toilet, it's toilet paper, it's a trip. Like you'll never regret overspending for that. but I think it's the opposite in terms of the amount of time that you book. Exactly what you said.
Oh
If you
my
go
God.
to Disney World and you're there and you're like, maybe we should do a week, do 5 days. If you're like, hey, maybe on this bachelor party we should do Thursday to Sunday, do Thursday to Saturday,
That
or Friday to
Sunday,
Sunday.
that Sunday, you might end your life,
Exactly.
even if you have normal colored hair, dude.
And you do golf. Yeah. So that's totally right. You're never, hardly ever are you sitting there and you're like, oh man, I'm just so glad we stayed this last extra bitch travel day that doesn't do anything, but we're here. No, it's like just get out, be quick, and then be like, you'd rather leave being like, man, I'd love to come back than, man, get me the hell out of here.
Leave them wanting more. That's how I felt for New Orleans. I was like, I left before the game, bro. That's my kind of party right there, bro. Left before the Super Bowl even happened. See ya.
Yeah, I've had like six questions of that at various Mira's birthday party, different things that I've been at. New Orleans, how was the game? Was gone before the weekend even started.
Love
Oh,
that.
so you went down there? You didn't go to the game, huh? Nope.
Count me in for a trip, or we didn't even go to the big event.
Wasn't really interested either. Oh, okay, yeah. It was just a quick business trip.
Going to games versus watching games on TV. I'm so TV guy. You want to make me hate an event? All right. Just send me to one. But if I'm watching it on TV, bro, I'm just like, this is perfect. I can't. It can't get any better, bro. Great view. I can do whatever I want. I don't know if going to games. What are we thinking, man?
I'd say
I'm
the only
out.
two. I'd say the only two things that are different than that for me are baseball games and comedy shows.
Okay. Maybe I was just thinking football games, not a sports podcast. But,
having a baseball game on TV is like, yeah, it's cool and like it's comforting and it's nice to have there. But being there, you get caught up in the environment, the sounds, the smells, the food, all of that, And that's the same for a comedy show. Like you watch a comedy special on TV, you and your girl are sitting there and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, like I enjoyed that. But if you go to a comedy show, you're like actually laughing your ass. You know what I mean? It's different.
I don't think girls might not hate anything more than watching a comedy special on TV. You ever go through that? Oh my God. 4 seconds in on their phone. I'm like, well, never mind.
hate
I
to
guess
see
I'll
it.
watch this on my own time. Trying to kill two birds with one stone here. Thought you'd like it. Never mind.
Nah, that's a really tough one to come to an agreement on.
But yeah, going to one is definitely way better. You're right. It's the opposite for baseball. Like I would never watch a baseball game on TV ever. But going to one, is it like dollar dog day?
Right. It's always a day. There's always something going on.
That's how you know
They always
baseball
have
just kinda
crazy
sucks. There's always a day.
desserts.
Yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
desserts.
It's bring your dog to the park day. Let's go. Don't even have a dog. Let's go.
They have like 7 Star Wars nights a season.
They so do.
They have like a spring, summer, and fall Star Wars night, all for the different trilogies. They're like, all right.
Something about baseball spring training that kind of makes it's a little sexy. Something about it. Why are they throwing baseball spring training, like my biggest crush of all time that I haven't like, you know what I mean? Like they always have a different logo on their hat. They always got like a cool alternate jersey. I'm like, what are you guys doing? No one's watching. No one's watching in the regular season, but spring training, you're gonna get all sexy on me.
Hey, you know what spring training is? Spring training is the girl that, when it's spring break or summer break and everybody else is gone on trips and like doing camps and doing fun shit. It's like the neighbor girl who doesn't go to your school. And then, you're like all of a sudden find yourself like you're hanging out 3 days in a row. And then all of a sudden like, whoa, maybe are we holding hands? I don't know. Like you have the time of your life. But then once reality comes back in, you're like, I don't ever want to talk to you again.
She's like, what happened? You're like, regular season.
Right.
What happened?
Back to the regular logos and the jerseys.
Hey.
Yeah, we're not.
Don't tell anybody about this. Don't tell anybody about spring training, me. So
Yeah.
true though, bro. You're obsessed. Do I like her? Yeah, when you know you're obsessed with spring training girl when you spend 2 days in a row with her. 2 days? A go over, spend the night, and then the next day spend the night? Hey, guess what? Spring training girl's your girlfriend.
Right. But that's where once the alarm cracks on Monday morning and everybody's back in town or first day of school,
She's
I got
like,
my
she's waiting
I got
for
my
you to talk.
pinstripes and my midnight blue hat on, baby.
You
I got
you told her everything about your life in those 2 overnights. Just absolutely.
Yeah, but it's just like spring training as well. Like, you know, spring training, like sometimes the Red Sox play like a college team.
Shut
like
up,
you're
they do?
Yeah, like you're doing weird shit that never happens, you know? It's like Tuesday at 11 a.m. on spring break, and you're like, I don't know, should we go to the Children's Museum? Should we see a matinee movie on a Tuesday? I don't know. Like, there's no rules. You're just with spring break girl, just like spring training's like, yeah. Bring in Boston College for the Red Sox to play. Oh, by the way, the Red Sox are wearing their green jerseys and green hats. And the mascot's going to be throwing out the first inning. The mascot's going to be pitching the first inning. Like, okay.
Spring training girl, bro. Just the fling of your life. I'm up at 3 a.m.
Falling asleep on the phone together.
We slept on her trampoline last night. Like we brought blankets out there. Hey, next day, don't even look at her. Reg season, babe. Shave your facial hair. Cut your hair.
Yeah.
Give it a little trimmy trim.
Back to reality. Back to regular.
Opening day, babe. Hey, why is opening? Hey, I don't know anything about baseball. Why is opening day kind of feel good? Baseball season.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir here, Johnson.
Hey, wait. When is opening day? Has it already been a thing?
No. I mean, it changes every year.
It's like coming up though, right?
Yeah. Like I feel like it was one of those things that used to. It was like a dedicated. It was almost like tax day or like St. Patty. Like it fell on the same date every single year. But now that's not how it is anymore. But yeah, I mean they make a big thing of it. And like there's teams playing at like noon and 1. And then the night
nothing
games,
I love more than that, bro. Waking up, there's a live baseball game on. I'm like, we're in.
But it's regular season though. There's a difference.
That's fine. There's like 19 baseball games on opening day, and they're all over by 4 p.m. I'm like, how did any of this happen already? Hey, can you hit that ESPN MLB theme real quick? Web gems.
Hey, just the quick version when it'd come in with a little highlight.
Bro, I think that might have been my dad's ringtone for a little bit. It's so nice to hear.
It's like it just makes you feel like you're sitting out on your back patio on a summer night with the bugs going.
You can hear the cicadas.
Yeah, the cicadas are going with a little bit. The cicadas do the same tone.
I'm like, why are the Cardinals playing the Cubs right now? I don't know. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
You're like Carl Ravitch just controlling everything.
Hey, who's the big guy? Who's the big guy?
Mark McGuire, dude.
No. The big guy, the analyst.
The big guy?
He used to be a pitcher, ESPN baseball analyst, bro. Come on,
dude. There's
Clubhouse right now is just saying it in their cars.
Well, I mean, are you talking like Kurt Schilling?
Yeah, I think we're close. He used to be a pitcher, I think. Dude,
no, are you thinking John Kruk? Are you thinking Krucky?
Oh God! Now sports podcast. All the moms are rolling their eyes.
Here's a little something for you, Ben. As you weren't a high school baseball player, and I was. Every high school baseball team in America, their coach, if there was like a heavy set kind of, chunky freshman that was coming in, little husky guy,
Yeah.
Inevitably, high school baseball coach would call him Crucky. High school, baseball coaches, everybody's got to have a nickname and shit.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one kid that was pudgy at all, and if he batted left-handed, see ya.
Crucky.
Crucky. What's up, Cruck?
Oh my god, dude.
Crucky!
Get out of here. Did love him
Guarantee-
though. Did love him.
Dude, I guarantee 92% of Clubhouse listening right now, there was a guy on their high school baseball team that went by Crucky.
I love this, dude. Man, John
Just because he was
Kruk.
chubby, dude.
Guys I never thought I'd talk about on a podcast, John Kruk. But
It's so
every
funny
day, because I was out of the loop on baseball, but I'd still watch baseball stuff, and I'd be like, who is this guy? You know, I thought he was like a wind horse for baseball. I'm like, dude's never played. Like, he's just a guy that like collects baseball cards and knows about ball a little bit.
Nah, that's Tim Kurkjian.
Tim Kurkjian. Tim Kurkjian. ESPN. Joey Mulinaro.
When you look at the career of Mike
ESPN.
Trout, when you look at the career of Mike Trout, the way the path that he is on is just simply spectacular.
Bro,
Just on Sunday night.
you better
baseball.
hit that. That's a
Great.
good impression. Have you done a Kurkjian impression?
No, because Scott Van Pelt's known for kind of doing that.
Who cares? Do an
but-
SVP. God, I love SVP so bad. I just dude, talk about a guy that's just been at
Coolest-
ESPN through it all.
Coolest life ever.
Bro,
And
they
you still wanna be
ESPN
him.
does those like cuts every year, you know what I mean? Oh my god, they're not re-signing Mark Clayton or whatever. SVP just not even looking at that email.
No sweat on that bald head.
Bro. Just for ESPN for life.
And
Not a
what's
sports
so
podcast.
cool is he can like do whatever he wants. Like he just has his own late night show.
Yeah, and he like has his boys on.
Yeah, just like Stanford Steve and him, just like talking about bets and bullshit.
Who's
Okay.
Stanford
Great
Steve?
life. He played football at Stanford.
I know, but
Pretty
like,
simple.
dude, he's just his dog, and he's like, you know what? Be part of the show. That's like the thing everybody wants. Like, what a life for SVP. What a life for Stanford Steve.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Put some respect on him. Just one of the homies.
Hold on, real quick. I don't know why I haven't brought this up, and then we can go back to talking about baseball dates because that's all I want to do. But the Blackhawks jersey, man. Look at you, Clark Griswold. The
I
hell?
know. Got it for Chicago. Came to my got shipped in right when I got back from Chicago.
So sick.
Best logo of all time? I think so. And then this is the best logo of all time too. So it's just the best jersey of all time, but I got it because of this. This yellow stripe? So hot. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that appreciates stuff like this, but I've always wanted a hockey jersey. Really close to getting the what was it? The Phoenix Coyotes. They've got some nice. They got a nice look, or they did. I don't know what they look like now. I don't think it's as cool now. But,
I don't even know if they're still a team, to be honest.
Huh?
I don't know if they're still a team, to be honest.
They might not be, but they had some old unis. Dallas Stars, really, dude. There's some hockey unis out there that I'm like,
hey,
serious.
Dude, I mean, I'm a Cubs fan, so obviously I don't like the Cardinals, and we have a rivalry with St. Louis and everything. But the Blues, great idea.
Hey,
Great,
these
cool
guys
colors,
podcast
cool
branching
logo.
out, talking about baseball and hockey. trying to secretly trying to like increase our demo. Hey, they're talking about baseball and hockey now. You should subscribe.
This is what we do when we're this far away from Christmas. We have to branch out a little bit.
You're right though. The St. Louis Blues, sick, bro. Black too. They got it going on. Every hockey team has a little like black accent, and I'm like, the Avalanche, bro.
I mean that name.
Dude, every hockey team could like also double as an XFL team. I'm like, these are sick names.
Could also be like a villain and or hero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh no, it's lightning and avalanche.
Mm-hmm. Patrick Waugh. Dude, Avalanche were so sick. They had another guy too. I can't think of his name, but he was also hot. And I was like, God, he's good and my mom likes him.
Yeah.
Can't think of
Hockey.
his name right now. Hold on.
It's a very specific type of dude with a very specific type of girl that is into him. Yeah. Maybe not specific type of girl because it's just like a very prototype that that a lot of women would be into.
Oh yeah, they got the hair. Always like kind of grunge. Hey, that like you know how like I don't know, I like guys like a little like musty. That's hockey. That's the hockey talking.
Yeah, they all look like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, dude. They're like always constantly a little bit sweaty.
Yeah,
Dude, you
hair's
find
always wet.
You find a hockey guy with a nice set of teeth. Who's not going to that game?
But at the same time, though, I feel like a lot of those guys, like they have like the dimpled chin, the strong jawline, 5 o'clock shadow, but their teeth are kind of jacked. But like that doesn't matter. Like it's almost like more of like an attractive thing for
It's
girls.
like part of his personality. Dude, just
he's got like a little gap in his front teeth, just a little one, not like Strahan, but just like a little one.
bro, this part of their hair.
Yeah,
The Barry and Melrose flip up. Just imagine a hockey guy. Every mom just wants to wake up to a hockey guy in their kitchen. Hockey guy meaning Peter Forsberg in their kitchen, just wearing jeans, like a shirt with like maybe an oil spill on it because they just changed the oil, and they're eating a pretzel rod.
Hands are dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making omelets.
What's up, hon?
Yeah, making omelets.
Hat trick last night.
Yeah, it's when I had long hair, it's like if my hair was wet, I looked like a mole rat, but every hockey guy's hair is always wet and they're just the hottest guy ever.
So true. I've never seen a hockey guy with dry hair. What are they putting in there? Pantene.
But they all look good, dude. Like I always think I looked way better than I did when I would like be at a pool with long hair and like flow. Nah. It was just like stringy and like stuck to the side of my head. It just looked like a moron.
Mm-hmm. I can't dude, me with wet hair is
I don't think I've ever seen that.
that's good. You've never seen me swim, dude. I've been to your pool on a pool day probably like a dozen times. Never seen me swim. Good.
Nope. Even when it'd be like early espresso days and we'd have to just be doing an all-nighter to like rip a vid or something, and you'd randomly be like, I gotta hit a shower real quick, bro. And then you'd come out and it was like maybe you just didn't even get your hair wet. I don't know. Like you weren't rubbing the towel on it or nothing.
Really? Dude, I got a whole thing I do with that's crazy. I'm always
now you
taking
probably
hair
do.
showers.
Now you probably do because you had so much maintenance that you got to do. Great guy here talking.
I do it less.
Oh, okay.
I'm scared to wash my hair. I'm like, dude, I can't lose anything, you know?
I think that the scrubbing and the
Don't
water
even
will
touch
rip
it,
it
bro.
out.
Yeah, just let it fly.
That's
'Cause
fair.
every time I see a piece of hair, I'm like, dude, that's like $50 right there. Every piece of
True.
hair.
Yeah. Well, looks good. You still got you got a full head there, Johnson. So
This guy.
looks good. I don't know. Should we get to Clubhouse or should we? We got the combine in town this week.
Oh,
I don't know how I
that's
feel
this
about it.
week?
Yeah.
Shut up, dude.
Uh-huh.
When are DBs running 40s? What are we talking about?
I think Friday.
That's the only day I'm worried about. Running backs and DBs running 40s.
Programming note, Clubhouse. I will be on NFL Network again with Rich Eisen and Daniel Jeremiah on Saturday at 2:30. So if you and the boys are getting together to grill out and have some brews and have the combine on with college hoops and whatnot, throw me on. I'm going to be on there for a segment or two on Saturday afternoon coming up this weekend on NFL Network.
That was so cool last year.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't really know what, like, I don't know what to do. I don't really know what we're gonna do yet, but I'm sure it'll be fun because Rich and DJ are awesome. But yeah, like you remember last year, I just got on there and Rich was kind of like, "Okay, Mel Kiper, what do you think about this?" And then I kind of like got into it.
Never fails.
So it was just like one of those that was like, there's no prep, no discussion. It was just like, "Hey, Joey, you're on it too," and there's the booth, and I was like, "Okay." But
I mean, is that an easy thing to navigate with like Rich Eisen? Like, yo, I want to get into this and then that and then this. Like, or like, can you do that with him?
I mean, I know Rich decently well now. We've done a bunch of different things together, and I've been on his show a few times and whatnot. So, like, yeah, it's not that bad. But, I mean, I had a call with their producers the end of last week, and we kind of just talked about, like, some different ideas, and they were like, loved having you last year. Like, we want to, like, make it, we want to give you another, like, I forget how they phrased it. They were like, we want to make sure that we just really have you set up, and because we just kind of threw you to the wolves last year, and so we want to kind of have bam, bam, bam. And I'm like, all right, yeah, all good. So I don't know. I mean, I know they have production meetings and whatnot. So if they want to like pitch something that I should do, then I'm cool with it. But or if Clubhouse wants to pitch something to me that they'd like to see or that I should do, let me know. Message me or comment it or whatever. But yeah, I got a couple ideas storming a little bit, but we'll see. Regardless, I'll be on there on Saturday, so we'd love to have you check it out.
Dude, if they need a couple coaches to run some combine drills outside, I'll fly in, dude. All I need is a 12-hour window. Coach Rocco will be there.
I know you do, because you're psycho. I love it. But
honestly,
God dang, I miss those videos. Really, just being Rocco and Burns.
I mean, like that might not be. You might want to throw that their way. Do some normal people combine stuff. I mean, that's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know if they like want it live. They want like a thing they can. I don't know if I don't know how all that is gonna work, but
it would be cool if we could do something that's like pre-produced. You know what I mean, and have it to where they can play it on air, or just like post on social. But I think for my thing, they're talking like live on.
Yeah,
TV
they want something live. Something live.
Something
Rich
live.
Eisen's always running the 40. Let's see his vert. What's up, baby? What's up, Rich? See that broad jump. Let me see a 3-cone drill.
3-cone drill. Yeah, dude. That's the big one, the 3-cone drill.
Love 3-cone drill, bro. I love that doing that. That was like my best one.
Same. It was weird because it was like, I guess it was perfect because it was just the mix of we weren't really fast, but we didn't have the quickest feet for like ladders or anything, but it was just right in between of like, oh, they're just kind of an athlete.
White guys after like 20 yards. No good, bro. No top speed. But you keep me in a small distance, because we're just used to, I don't know. I was good at like small distance quick drills because that's just like, I grew up like running around in my house. Like, honestly, that's why. Like, I'm good at like short distance because like someone was always chasing me around my kitchen table growing up.
The old island chase.
Yeah, dude. So quick. It's because my dad was going to like kick my ass. How'd you get so quick? Dude, I just got in trouble when I was like 8. I broke shit in my house. I don't know. I didn't train, that's for sure. Just getting yelled at and chased around.
Did you go to acceleration? You didn't do foot ladders every night?
Nah, dude. My dad just chased me up the stairs a lot. Dude, I was quick as
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
little Rocky style.
Organic.
Little Rocky 4 in the barn.
Were you like mirroring somebody? Nah, dude. Not at all.
I just Wet Willie gave Wet Willie to my sister, and she was chasing me around the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm. Tripped my dad one time and chased me outside and then locked me out of the house. So that's how I got fast. Bro, that's it.
You're like pretty explosive when you're in your get offs. What happened? Yeah, I had to do stairs like 4 at a time because I was getting chased up them. So I was really blasting up those things.
A lot of explosion off my first step. How did you learn that? What's your technique like? How'd you learn? Oh, my dad was chasing me. My dad was actually going to boot me in the ass with a Michael Jackson kick if I didn't skip 4 stairs at a time. Great form. It's because I was leaping up the stairs running for my life.
What's that? It's not the broad jump that could kind of work for that, but you're starting with it from a standing start, aren't you?
Oh, broad jump, yeah.
Because they don't do the one like in the Olympics where
Nah,
you run and jump.
See, that'll get me messed up, bro. White guys got to jump off 2 feet. I can't jump off 1 foot. Never learned.
Really, I always felt different. I always felt the opposite. I was always like, yeah, I got like momentum and shit when I'm going off 1. When I'm just standing start, that's tough.
I'm just an idiot.
Got to really be
bro.
doing those squats if you're doing the standing start broad jump.
I hated that I couldn't jump off of 1 leg. Ew.
I think
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
a-
I always had hope that I might be able to dunk. When I was like 14 and I had my most athletic in my life, I was like, grabbing rim and shit, like kind of like stuffing the ball and it popping out.
Dunking
but
tennis
that was-
balls.
Yeah, that was like all off 1 foot, and I was like, yeah, I can fly.
Dunk a volleyball one day. What's up? For a girls' volleyball practice. Anybody see that? No.
Just walk straight out. Oh, guess
But
who's getting
they
hit up
heard
on
the
MySpace
rim.
later.
I thought I was so. I'm not even gonna say it. All right, let's go to Clubhouse.
All right. From a new one, it looks like. I think this guy showed up in my DMs too. What's up? From Max. Says, hey, Ben and Joey, first time, long time, who recently introduced his twin to the podcast and want to take it back to a few weeks to when you guys were talking about the best Catholic school team being called Christ the King.
Ooh.
Me and my twin from Lexington, Kentucky, and in our local Catholic school's middle school basketball league, there was also a team called Christ the King, and you knew when you woke up on Saturday to play them at 8:15, you had no chance. Since this isn't a burpy boy, oh whoa. Since this isn't a reminiscent podcast, and you all definitely never talk about Catholic Church and never got roasted walking up to receive communion, is there any more good stories you have about the Catholic Church school? Thanks for the laughs every week. Smack my ass like Ben's my third base coach, waving me home as the game-tying run in the bottom of the 6th inning of a Little League game, and Joey's the umpire who's going to call me out on the play at the plate.
Dude, what a moment.
Hey, even if the catcher drops the ball, Max, I'm out of there. Great callback there.
What'd that guy say to you in the parking lot? Nothing?
Yeah, he got real. It was like in a cartoon, like if smoke could have been coming out of his ears, like that guy was steaming like that, but he didn't say anything. He couldn't get it out. It was all just smoke.
Okay.
Cue the smoke.
Then you just listen to Bite Down on the way home.
Yep. On the way to the Lutgrings open house.
You just listen to Echo by Gorillaz on the way home.
You did it to yourself.
I didn't know he had that in his bag. I was like, I thought he just rapped. He's kind of singing. I kind of like him now.
Yeah, now there's no one left to argue with.
Ooh.
Don't care who you're with. Oh, dude.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dude, I mean, we could probably roll the ball out there with the Catholic Church, Catholic school stories, honestly. I mean, trying to think of like what haven't we talked about?
Walking into church when you'd have to go to church during the school day on Wednesday. Walking in, hey. Kind of felt like you were the man though.
Well,
Why'd I feel like I was walking out of the tunnel in an
It only
NFL game?
it only felt like that when you were in 8th grade and like basketball season had just started and you were kind of rocking it.
How tall were the 8th graders? I was like,
Is that the Monstars? The hell?
that guy goes here?
That guy's definitely getting recruited by UND already, right?
Dude, how about
What-
the kids that played on the 7th and 8th grade football team that didn't go to the school? I was trying to find him in church the whole time. He doesn't. Where is he?
That was interesting.
I was like, that guy. I've never seen him before. And like, how do you allow him on the football team? Is it like there's so many things there that like, that team won city last year, but how many like non-school kids did they have? Like, let me
True.
just bring 6 dudes from Center Grove and let's
Yeah.
run it, dude.
It works the opposite too in what you're saying and that's why you bask in it so much. When you're in 8th grade and you're finally like the last ones to walk in and you're on top of you don't care if people are looking at you or if people are saying because you're like, yeah, dog, I'm top dog now.
Yeah.
But every year before that, walking into church, you've never been more sweaty in your life.
I was pretty scared a lot. I always felt like, come on, man. We got this. I'm going to get in trouble, but we got this.
Dude, if you were in like 5th or 6th grade and then for some reason, it's one of those days where like the 8th grade was having gym outside. So they just, instead of like going through, they just went straight to the church. And so they beat you there. And you walk in and the 8th grade was always at the front. And you're in like 5th or 6th grade and you walk in and the entire 8th grade class is just staring at you. And you're like, okay, Ben Polizzi's definitely going to make me sweat right now. Cool.
Always had the biggest crush on like the 8th grade girl, you know, when you weren't in 8th grade.
Oh,
There's always the 8th grade girl that you were like, oh my God, hey, her hair's wet today. Her hair's wet and curly. Like, does she do that on church days?
dude, 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗦 did the curly hair today. Oh,
Wild. Crazy poll, dude.
favorite part of the show now is just blatantly dropping names to the clubhouse and
Good,
seeing
though.
if it gets back to them.
It's a good name. It's a good name, honestly. That's a sick name for a girl.
What guy didn't have a crush on the 8th grade girl named Jordan?
Jesus Christ. So true. And, no, honestly. Dude, the biggest like, oh, okay, they're 8th graders moment I ever had was, it had to be field day. Remember field day? Field day got worse and worse as I got older, but there was one field day that was so lit. It was like I wasn't even on in the state of Indiana. I was like, where am I right now, dude? It was just so many like different games set up everywhere. In my class, like we had a pretty athletic, like I thought we kind of had a shot. We were playing the 8th graders. All like throughout the day, it became like kind of a rivalry. Like we got them once, like on some fluke. And then we moved over to kickball and it was like, all right, like we're like, this is our blood right here. You know, I don't know why, but like people who went to our school, I don't know. I took like so much pride in kickball for some reason. Did you guys have that?
Oh yeah, it was huge. And then you get to be like 15 and you talk to other people and they're like, you do what? Huh? No, we don't have that here.
Must have just been a my school thing, but like the girls were balling out. The dudes, like, bro, you make a good catch in the outfield, like people talked about it the rest of the day. Like you like blast a home run, bro. Like you're the man, like the rest of the year. Like kickball was a thing. And we were playing the 8th graders and it was like, all right, bro, like this is like we practiced all year for this. This is the last day of school. Bro, these guys were bombing shit, like kicking it on top of the church. You know when dudes would like kick a ball on top of the building? You'd be like, oh shit. I'm talking about like, there were like 6 of them that were just blasting off, bro. We didn't have a chance. And that's when in my head, I was like, all right, dude, like I don't know if we're ever going to be like them. Like, dude.
So, yeah, I think kickball is just a Catholic school thing. Like it's not an all around like wherever you go. It's not a part of like the curriculum. Like I think it's strictly just like a CYO sport.
Oh yeah, like Greenwood High School doesn't have a kickball diamond painted on their pavement.
No, I don't think so. And so, yeah, for us it was a very, very big deal. And like, dude, like you said, you make one of those catches, it may not be just for that day or for that year. Like it still might be like, if somebody's out at a pub with their friends they went to grade school with, like that's still probably getting brought up.
Dude, I still think about that when I see people. I'm like, oh, he had that catch like over his head. Like he tracked one down like on the foul line and caught it like Larry
Willie
Fitzgerald
Mays
style. I'm like, dude, has
Yeah.
anybody else seen it? This is the best athlete of our time.
So you didn't use like the hard official regulation kickball. You used the bouncy gym, the Billy Madison dodgeball
You
joint.
can smell it, dude. And that thing would go for miles. And there's always one that was better than the others, you know? Then we started getting a little older. We were playing with a real kickball and or you get a hold of that thing right on the tongue of your shoe on top of your foot. Jason Elam. Bye. Bye.
Dude, I think one of my favorite parts about the whole Catholic upbringing, like, man, we joke about it, but you could just go on about some Catholic bangers for music, dude. Like music that you would actually listen to. Like not actually, like ironically somewhat, but like if it's in your phone, don't be surprised if you're in the car and all of a sudden "Do Not Be Afraid, I'm With You" comes on.
I don't like hearing the ones that weren't like I try to look them up on the internet sometimes because I'm like, God, I missed that song a little bit, but it's never like the same tempo as
Yeah.
what we were. I'm like, it's not it. Like we need to ramp it up. Like, can I get a TikTok version of "Walk On, Brothers and Sisters"? Like we just need to speed it up a little bit. I sing one every morning, bro. I sing a church song every morning.
Do not be afraid, I am with
you. How about it making you feel kind of good the rest of the day? Like leaving church on a
Exactly.
good song, I'd be like, dude, I kind of feel like I got the
Hey.
joy of the spirit in me or whatever.
You get communion, you got a little bit of that going on. Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Sun's out.
Kind of hype after church.
Walking back, and it's like it took a little bit longer because Father's homily was a little bit long, so like your schedule's a little out of whack.
Yep. See a girl you don't normally see in the hallway on the way back from church. It's just like kind of chaos for a minute. You're just like, dude, church vibe.
Kind of lock eyes. Yeah. You had to go back to get something from the church, you know, like somebody, like you left your, I don't know, your lunch ticket or something. in the pew.
Ticket.
So you go back there, and then you're walking back, and all of a sudden, you know, Shelby, she's making an errand run for the teacher, and so you kind of head nod. I don't know. Maybe I am later. I don't know.
I don't know. Are we in love? I don't know. Forgot my WWJD bracelet under the pew. We in love? Just saying.
I have called you each by name.
Dude, the teacher errand. If I was just so lucky to get one of those. Hey, can you check my mail? I was like, whenever you want me to do this, I'm
Right,
your
you're just-
guy.
You're
Can we make a
providing-
deal?
Providing an absolute just get out of jail card for me, Jaffe.
Bro, it's
Check
so
your
fun to
mail?
walk around in school when everybody's in their classes. Oh my God. Kind of felt illegal. I don't know. Are they keeping track of time? Like, do the teachers know? You know what I mean? Like, he's been gone for too long. Does that cross their mind?
I don't know because
I was always testing it.
Hey, yeah, right. But did you ever pull like the?
Might hit an and one and hit the bathroom too. Oh, I went to the bathroom. Oh, that's cool. You're in the bathroom just like this. 6 minutes till the weird kid that comes in. He's like kind of goth. You're like, I gotta get out of here. What am I doing? I'm gonna get a detention. Goth kid's in the bathroom cleaning his shoes. You're like,
Guilt by association.
like, bro, you're probably gonna like ask me if I want like a cigarette in here or something. I gotta go.
And one, dude. You come out like LeBron. That shit too easy.
And what?
Hey, but did you ever do the? Did you ever do the drive-by?
Your
Where
friend's
you
class?
would. Well, to the friends class, but no, like your own class. But you had an errand to run or whatnot. So you're like, I'm gonna test this out here. I've been gone like a decent amount of time. Nothing crazy, but like if I go by and the teacher's just actively in the lesson, you know,
Yeah.
I know she's not thinking about my ass now. At least I think she's not. I did a couple of those.
I never did, bro. I was too scared. Like one of the homies would see me walk by and be like, dude, and like try to get me back into class, you know? Because my friends wouldn't let me roam. They'd be like, bro, if we're in here, you're in here.
That's true. Yeah, but like it would be quick, dude. You'd have to really like, you'd tiptoe and then you'd run. You know.
The most concern your face has ever been walking by your homeroom class while they're teaching and you're out. Weird school shirt.
I was asking Rye about this the other day, and because I know this isn't a Catholic school thing. I guess it's probably everywhere. But did you thumbnail? Did your
So I did it.
I know there's not even a reason to ask, but I have to. Did your dad or mom ever come to lunch with you?
Oh, hell no. Oh my God, I would have killed myself. And I might have thought about killing them too. Bro. I hate. One time my mom was a room mom though. My mom was a room mom in third
What grade? What grade? Third grade?
Third grade. She was setting up for the Christmas party. I'm like, dog, my mom's here. Yo, I got backup.
See, but that's never how I felt. I was like, shit, if my mom or dad are here, I got to be on my P's and Q's and everything because they weren't going to like back me up. They were going to be the ones on top of, right? Miss Latham, if she's saying something to me or looking at me or what was my third grade teacher?
Lathrop.
Miss Luthrop.
Just Sean Latham's mom.
If she's saying something to me, then my mom's over the shoulder.
I was always just like,
that's my thumbnail.
I was trying to do it again. I was trying to make my mom feel comfortable. I was always just like, he's a weirdo. Like I was trying to like help it out. I don't know. Dude, do you think that no,
dude, but that's so funny.
One time,
again, a difference in us. You say that, but like I remember a vivid memory of being like 7, 8 years old. And when my mom or dad would like show up to lunch, I would never really believe it. Some days like every few months I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm going to come to lunch if you want me to have lunch with you. I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, Dad. But in the back of my head, I was like, I mean, is he really? I don't know. I have no confirmation on this. I'm not going to get alerted. And then you turn that corner and you'd see Dad just chilling, back against the wall, waiting for the class to come down. And you're like, holy shit. All right, we're doing this.
See, if I saw my dad getting ready to come into lunch, I'd be like, I'm running out the door, bro. I'd be like, get the hell out of here, dog. Like right now, like I won't eat a thing. I won't even go down there.
See, I loved it because like my dad was kind of like Billy Madison. Like,
oh yeah, your dad.
All the kids
vibe,
would
dude.
sit with us.
Yeah, he would like have a whole like game with the table. You guys be playing flip cup and shit. Third grade.
Yeah, it's like my friends and he's
bong
sitting
and
there,
beers.
And, he's like asking, you staying clean? Yeah, all right, Mr. Yoo-hoo, like Rumpelstiltskin, like that kind of shit. And then like maybe, if your dad or mom was there was always a chance like, yeah, get 2 chocolate milks today.
Crazy. That is crazy. Dude, my dad came in one time and I was just like, I forgot my planner or something. I don't know how it happened. Maybe he came in because he saw the planner in his car and he's like, oh, Benny probably forgot this at school and came in and just did it. I don't know if I got freaked out and had the teacher call him or something. I don't know. But I was just like, I'm never forgetting anything again. Just the way he walked in my first grade class, I was like, this is insane. Why is my dad here? I'm going to kill myself. I'm like, dude, you can't be in here, dog. Like, you're too big to be in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you're too big, dude. You ever see somebody that's too big for the room? I'm like, dude, this is weird. Then some kid was like, does your dad play football? I was like, I'm going to kill myself, bro. So weird.
All right.
Hey, yo, real quick. I've been thinking about this. You know when you had a crush on a girl in school growing up, do you think the teacher knew and like, when it was time to switch seats, you like the teacher would reorganize the desks. That was crazy, by the way. You'd walk into your school, like homeroom, 7 a.m. Everything's different. Oh, new desks. Do you think she like split you and the girl up? Did she know?
Yeah, I think it's case by case. I think it's, depends on the teacher, depends on their age, it depends on how cool they were in school, their social awareness. It depends on what class, what subject they teach. I think all that factors in.
Because it never happened, bro.
If there's any clubhouse teachers out there, would love to hear from you.
You playing matchmaker? What's going on? Because like I always liked the girl, and it was always probably pretty obvious, and they didn't sit anywhere near me ever.
Dude, I think if I was a teacher, I would have a problem with like because I would start feeling like I could play God. Like if I caught on to that, and especially where we grew up, like it's not really that uncommon for somebody who like started liking each other in like 7th grade to eventually marry each other like 10 years from now. It
is a thing. Definitely
like,
a thing.
Right. And so I'm like, in my head, I think I might start being like, you know what? if I put them together, this could spark a family. Like that, and then they could come back and say, yeah, Mr. Mulinaro put us in a group together, and that was it. That's where my crazy ass head would go, you know?
Or it's like, I don't like them together. You know, you're like, dude, hey, they're 12.
Right, exactly. But I think I'd be lying if I said like, maybe one day.
Dude, how
I'm
about
invited to their wedding, you know? I give a speech.
how about when you like the teacher would put you in new desks and you were sitting by your your boy?
You didn't believe it for the longest time?
I'd walk by and be like, "Are you the teacher? Are you stupid? Like we're gonna ruin this." It didn't last long, bro. Or you're low key sitting by like your third best friend. They don't know. Teacher doesn't know that he's like he's your third best friend. It's like, yo, I gotta like we're sitting in clusters. You put my homie Kevin in the cluster with me, dude. I'm gonna cheat on every test.
That's
because you got that your bros telepathy. Like, yo,
but it wasn't ever like they were smart enough to not, you know, if they were doing like desk by desk next to each other lined up, that, you know, they were smart enough to know not to put you, like they would never put me and Jordan Reeser right next to each other, right?
But if you had a good eye line.
But if they start doing that shit where like it wasn't like a big U around where everything's lined up individually, but they started doing the clusters of 6, then that's where they'd slip up sometimes, and all of a sudden you're like, we just got away with something.
It was never as good as you thought though, because there'd be somebody else in the cluster that would kill the vibe. You'd be like,
yeah, Brittany, you're like, God, always going to tell on us, always going to be annoyed, huffing and puffing, telling the teacher about the homework that she didn't pick up.
People telling on you growing up. I could not believe that. You're going to tell on me, bro? Oh my God.
All right, let's go to... Thanks for emailing, Max. That was a fun one. Let's go to Nathan. What's up, guys? Day 1 listener, first time emailer.
Love you.
Sick. Love these. Huge fan of what both of you guys do. Thanks. Love the pod and always listen when I have a long drive or when I'm at work to make the day go by faster. Benny, I went to your show in Sacramento for my birthday with my brother and our girlfriends. I was the one in the Reese's Senior Bowl jersey, and my brother had the blue Colts Jim Harbaugh. Wow.
Bro, I'll never forget that. That was so sick. They came ready, bro. Reese's jersey. I think I said it to him 50 times after. I was like, bro, how much? Like, where'd you get it? He's like, it's my brother. It was sick.
You killed it, dog, and my brother's now part of the clubhouse. Love it. But question for Joey. We all kind of know how Ben's football career was and how you played baseball, but haven't heard much about your football career. What position did you play in football and baseball, and what did you say you were better at? Slap my ass with a fungo like you're about to hit pregame, infield, outfield. Keep up the good work. Nate. Sent from my iPhone. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I played football. I was just like the most run-of-the-mill, everyday, 5'11", 6 foot with cleats on, white guy, high school football player.
Went hard though, bro.
Like it was like better that I played because I was like more athletic than just the general, you know what I mean? But I was not like a difference maker. Like I just like I said, was slightly above average than
dude.
The guys walking through hallway.
Dude was like a pretty shifty Z. Hey, we go scissors, right? Mulinaro might house. Just saying.
Scissors, Sally, and Slam. I loved those. You know, I loved when I'd be able to get out there, run a little whip route. You know,
come on, man, dude.
Like
Number 4. Hey, tall. If I'm on the other team, I'm like, dude, watch 4. I don't even know where they got him. Is he from Cecina?
That's the thing, is that I played my freshman year. I played in middle school all the way. I played my freshman year. And then I kept getting hurt and shit. And so sophomore year was kind of a wash. Then junior year, I was just like, fuck this. Like, my knee was fucked up. I broke my shoulder. I was like, I'll play baseball. And then I was like, man, actually, I miss football. And all my best friends play football. And I kind of want that, like, thrill of being like a high school football player on Friday Night Lights. And so I did it, and it was honestly like, not to be reminiscent, high school podcast, but like honestly one of the best decisions of my life. Like,
Ooh.
Sometimes I like shrill at thinking about if I would have not gone through with playing football my senior year, and this shit was just so fun, dude. Like, you're just with your boys, and like it's great. I mean, it's just great times. I will highly encourage. Already, my sister and my wife are like, I don't think we want our boys playing football because of like head damage. I'm like, just they're not gonna go to the NFL, so like just
easy.
It's easy. It's worth it. It's worth it to play football with like that camaraderie and all that shit that everybody talks about. Like, it's true, dude. I mean, you played.
Yeah. Imagine if you wouldn't have played your senior year, dude. You'd be a totally different person.
Totally different person, totally different friend group. Probably would not even know Dylan Evans, really.
And like they got you, dude. Who cares about head damage, you know? Honestly, you get hit a few times, like you get a little funny, you know. It's just don't take too many hits.
What a quote.
Who cares about head damage, dog? Hey, the funniest, best people always getting hit in the head. Who knows, bro? Would we be doing this if we didn't take 3 hits from some weird outside linebacker from Plainfield? Don't know. I might just be sitting at a desk. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but who cares, bro?
Plainfield, man. Linebackers never wore gloves, never had any accessories.
They were so like, weirdly good. I was like, we have to play Plainfield? You know, they have like a weird 5-star lineman out of nowhere that's playing at Kentucky.
These guys are corn-fed, and they hit hard. You knew, hey, you had to strap up that game, dude. It was a chin strap game.
I'm like, where'd they get 2 6'5" tight ends? And it's like, hey, and then after the game, they pop off, and after the game, the coach is like, it's not even their best sport. They're basketball players.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they got invited to IU's elite camp over the summer. They're just playing football because we asked them.
Like, Dan, I got to see them in January.
Your girlfriend was like, who was that?
Oh, God. She's James of Plainfield. Now we know.
And she's going to IU.
They're friends on Facebook. They're friends. You see such and such became friends with James from Plainfield on Facebook.
That's when you know it's officially over. When the girl you like follows the guy that is just dropped 21 on your team.
Tall. So tall. 4 inches taller than you. Done. See ya.
Flippy hair.
Yep.
Cool car.
Night.
Jason.
Dad owns an HVAC company. God.
He's rich. They have a skylight in their kitchen.
Their family Christmas card has like 2 spiral staircase. They're in the middle of 2 wraparound staircases. They're like,
that's his house? I thought that was a green screen. Hey, their oven in their kitchen doesn't have the coils. It's just flat top.
And now you get it. Now we get it.
Mm-hmm. Stainless steel refrigerator. Big fluffy dog. Tall Christmas tree in the back. Yeah, dude. His dad's HVAC. He was on that really good AAU team. He was on Spiece Fieldhouse AAU.
Hey, they have a Christmas tree, a tall Christmas tree that's in their living room that the presents go under, but then they have a big white one that's just like the entryway one.
That's just for show. We don't use that one. GMC Suburban. That's what the kid drives.
Mm-hmm.
It was my mom's. She got a 2010 brand new, so she just gave me her old one.
Subs. Like, I don't even know how they could do subs in this thing.
Everybody's been in that situation.
I hate to cut off the fun, but I got to go. So, anyways, we'll be doing more of that next week.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Got goal.
Because my computer, and it takes forever for me to get set up with that.
We'll rip some Clubhouse emails earlier next pod. But come
for
come to the shows. Irvine, Joey, me, Pottstown. Get your tickies below in the link. Subscribe. Hey, send this pod to I don't know, a couple of hockey or baseball guys.
You know.
Let's go Avs.
Not just a football and Christmas podcast.
Peter Forsberg.
Come on now.
But yeah, send it to the homies. Let's grow it, babe. Burpy girls, you know what to do. Send your emails in. teamtheseguys@gmail.com. Thank you for all the emails and can't wait to talk to you next week.
Cool. Yeah, well, we'll get to them. I promise. I got them all right here, and we'll get to them. So keep sending them. Don't get discouraged that we're not going to. It's just sometimes we get going on shit, and it's funny, and then we'll go to it. So it speaks to your emails, and I appreciate you guys. And yeah, we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
𝗕𝗘𝗡𝗬'𝗦.
𝗨𝗣𝗖𝗢𝗪𝗦.
Hey, we're not old. We're not old. We're not old.
You know about that?